Hey everybody, this is Young Living Diamond Sarah Harnish, and you are on for the Game Plan Oils Script Book Workbook night. Now this is the Oiler edition, and I held that book up instead of the workbook because that's the one that I'm about to give away. So I just popped a little post up and said, hey, 90 minutes till we hang out and talk all things savvy. That's our topic for tonight, is the Savvy Workbook. So tell me your favorite Savvy product for a chance to win the workbook. And we get about 70 of you guys that have answered. So let me just kind of randomly scroll and let's see. Valerie Jimenez says, my favorite Savvy item would have to be the liquid foundation. Oh girl, I'm so with you. Stacy Helt Latham says, best kept secret eyeshadow. It evens out my eyelid and makes me seem awake. I think I'll write all of these down so that I can remember all your tips. I love all the eyeshadows, Donna Allen said. They last all day and they look as good as when you put them on in the morning. Sharon, her favorite is the multitasker. She says, one product settles my brows, eyeliner, eyeshadow, perfect. Lasha says, I intend to order Savvy for the first time, but I do use the Art Line and Bloom Essence too, and I love my Young Living oils. Nanette says, I've only used the mascara so far. I need to try all the things. Nanette, I was totally with you. A whole year went by before I started swapping all the stuff out, and girl, I'm a diamond, so don't beat yourself up too hard. Gay says, I love the renewal serum, but for Savvy, it's the liquid foundation. Yeah, everybody is, hands down the concealer. Yeah, Kimberly, I don't know. I'm kind of with you on that. It looks like most of the votes are for the liquid foundation, but I don't know. Amy says, it's so light. It makes my skin feel amazing. I don't have to worry about falling asleep with it on. But if I had to pick one, it would be the eyeshadows. I actually just got the eyeshadow for the first time. And so I'm kind of excited to start swapping some of that out. I'm super stoked about that. So our winner is Valerie Jimenez. Valerie, go ahead and email me at oilabilitywithsarah@gmail.com, SARAH. And we'll get a Oiler edition script book in the mail to you. So just let my team know. Yeah. So Christina says, Savvy, I've never tried it. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I actually don't either, Christina, unless I'm shooting videos in front of 75,000 people, or if I'm going on stage and because I'm in the middle of the boot camp and that's 3 days a week that I'm wearing makeup. But one of the other reasons I actually really like to wear the makeup, at least the concealer and the foundation, is it acts as another layer of protection for my skin, with the sun in the summer. So it's almost like having sunscreen and sunscreen on. So I'm really getting a kick out of it. It's helping to protect my skin. Like, look at this. I mean, I got a lot of like color going on here. I got 2 weddings in about 2 months, and I'm trying not to tan so much. I tan like crazy. So if I go get a workout in outside, I'm going to get tan. And, yeah, then that means that, I'm going to look really, really, really dark for both of my kids' weddings. I'm really trying hard to avoid that. So, a little bit of concealer. I've actually taken concealer and just kind of put it on the tops of my shoulders before I go out on a walk is a lot of fun. So, all right, let's flip over. We're going to have a really tight, short video today. 113 Savvy Minerals and Bloom. This is the coloring page. You guys ever want the coloring page, you can go grab it. Let's see. Somebody just asked me a question. I'm trying to find it. I have to replay your first Savvy video from last week. Did you go over how to apply the concealer? Very, very briefly. I talk more about what it's for and how to use and the science behind it. I have a lady checking out my site for the Savvy line. That's awesome. Ramiro, thank you for the kind words. Somebody asked me a question about game plan, and I can't find her question. So there's so many of you guys writing. I'm so sorry. But if you want to ask me the game plan question again, I will. I'll answer it. So Joel Gore says, I can't live without the lip balm and the Abundance lip gloss. Oh, I haven't tried the Abundance lip gloss yet. I will. So one thing you can do if you're teaching a Savvy class, kind of a bit of fun, is some adult coloring pages. This is some of our makeup line. You guys can print these off. They're free on my website. You just go to oilabilityteam.com, go click on share, click on the script book button, and then click on this class. So the 113 class, and you'll find the page that's in full color, and then you'll find the coloring pages. So it's time to focus on skin. And I love training on this topic because I feel like we're more self-conscious about our face than just about anything else. I mean, we can hide an extra 10 to 15 pounds under really flattering clothes. But, I have after Christmas, right? But if we have a massive whitehead on the end of our nose, that's a bad day, right? We are not doing a Zoom class unless we got a whole lot of makeup on our face. So I try to give a good foundation in this class so that you understand a little bit about skin, you understand why it's so important. to care for it with Young Living skincare line, because a lot of preventative maintenance for your skin. I wish I'd had it when I was in my 20s. I don't know if you guys can see, but I've got a lot of sunspots here and I've got sunspots here. If I had been using a skincare line 20 years ago, I think it would have really helped a lot with some of that sun damage. So, I think for most of us, we've got a good grasp on cheap synthetic versus well put together, right? You guys all have that level of understanding because you're Young Living people and you're used to seed to seal. And the other thing too, if we're talking about oil, I mean, the results are so dramatic. One literally works and the other one doesn't, if you're talking essential oils. Or one works a lot and one works a little. But maybe you have a foundation that you've used forever, if we're talking makeup, and you just don't want to part with it. Or you have a lip color that really makes you pop, but it's not Young Living. This is an area where I actually really had to grow into my convictions. Like, I knew what I believed, but I had makeup I used. I mean, I was a theater girl. I was a theater major in college. So, I mean, I've had makeup I've used for 30 years that I just did not want to let go, right? But I knew what I felt about bad ingredients. So, like, my makeup bag had to catch up with my convictions. Ultimately, though, when you guys believe in clean living, you believe in all of it. You don't just cherry pick some clean living items, ignore all the other poor choices. There's going to be a point where you want to swap it all because you know what's behind the packaging. And maybe not at the very beginning. But as you start to feel stronger and healthier, poisonous ingredients are really no longer worth the cost to you. And so if this is a place where you have not really done a lot of swapping, even if you don't wear makeup very often, it's use your loyalty rewards points and just swap a thing out each month. Go try, the concealer, go try a lip gloss, go try the mascara. The liquid foundation and the mascara were like the first two things that sold me on the Savvy line. So maybe start with some of those. A theater girl, so cool. Yeah, that was my major in college, my first one. I had like 5 majors in college. So this past weekend, I took a couple of days away from the workbook while I was writing it. So this is a little bit dated as I'm reading it. And I went with my sons on a ski trip, and it was their first time skiing, but we had so much fun. We played red light, green light down the mountain, and we took classes and we explored trails and we raced each other in a tubing hill, and it was amazing. And then we went out for dinner. And the menu was hamburgers laced with antibiotics on processed buns made out of corn syrup, which was the very first ingredient on it. Then they were coated with corn syrup and sugar-loaded corn syrup ketchup. And then later that night, I got a blinding food headache because I haven't had that stuff in a really, really long time. And so I did my best to avoid the bun. I ate the burger dry. I didn't even put ketchup on it, but I still got the headache. So when I woke up the next day, it haunted me all day long. The whole drive home, we had a 5-hour drive home. We stopped at a family restaurant and I had an omelet on the drive back. And I thought that was pretty safe, just eating an omelet. But it turns out they fried it in canola oil. They used egg substitute instead of actual eggs. And then they put processed American cheese on it, which isn't even actually cheese. And so my legs and my feet swelled all the way home. And I was up 8 pounds in water in 48 hours from inflammation. I mean, bad choices hurt, guys. They hurt. And it took me the better part of a week just to fix those 2 meals. Just those 2 meals. So people are like, well, why do you care so much about the ingredients? Guys, I don't like swelling like that. I don't like feeling that way, especially when I'm traveling. Like, that's not a good day for me. So you may think, well, I don't respond that way now, so I might as well just keep using the stuff that I'm using so that I don't react when I start to eat well. I just had a really, really good friend of mine that I love very, very dearly just put a post up on Facebook. She shot a video, and she's young, she's really young, and she's got cancer in multiple parts of her body. She is a die-hard beauty girl. I mean, I'm talking all the synthetic makeup, all the dyes, the nails done, all the acrylics, all the fake stuff. I mean, it's fake everywhere. She's gorgeous. But tons and tons and tons of chemicals on her skin every single day. She has no family history of cancer, not on either side of her family. Mom's never had it. Grandparents never had it. It's not like everybody in her neighborhood is getting it. And genetics will only play about 20% in your cancer risk. But you know what plays a much bigger role? Environmental exposure. So think about just putting makeup on and using hair products and spraying with hairspray and maybe using a dry shampoo and all of the things. Your body gets about 300 chemicals before breakfast. It's crazy. 300, guys. Now imagine that over a course of 30 years, 35 years. No family history anywhere. Nobody in her street has it. It's not her water. It's not her neighbors. It's not, the house she lives in. Nobody else in the house has it. It's only her. So, I step back, and when you look at the American Cancer Society and their stats, they talk a lot about environmental exposure. What do you do for a job? What are you breathing in every single day? What are you putting on your skin? We think that this stuff doesn't have a consequence. I told you, for me, since I started eating clean, when I go eat really bad food like fake eggs and canola oil and all that other stuff, I swell really bad because my body's not used to it. And you might be like, well, I eat Ho-Hos a couple times a week and get McDonald's and I drink pop every day and I'm fine. You're not fine. I promise you're not fine. There's a consequence that's coming, because the cells can only hide stuff from your organs for so long. And then you're going to have a toxic buildup in your system that leads to things that you don't want to happen in your life. So, I might be speaking to you, and this might mean absolutely nothing to you, but just coming from somebody on the other side of it that, had brain bleeds and was at risk for catastrophic stroke and just a litany of health issues by the time that I was 30 years old. And it was all linked to my diet, to my personal care products, to my cleaning supplies. I mean, I am so much healthier at 43 than I was in my 20s and even my 30s. I'm not even the same person anymore. The cystic acne is gone. The daily headaches are gone. The exhaustion is gone. Like, so many different things, So your body is going to react to this stuff in a different way. And maybe your bad makeup that you're using, I know it's accumulating in your body. I know it's accumulating things. So your story just might be slightly different than mine. Maybe it's not swelling with the way that your body responds to it, but it could be fibromyalgia. It could be arthritis. It could be back pain. It could be getting a wound and just healing really slowly from it. You don't know why it takes so long for stuff to heal. Constant sickness. You feel like you got a cold like every other week. Breathing issues. All of a sudden you develop all these allergies out of nowhere, but you didn't have allergies your whole life, and your siblings don't have allergies, and your parents don't have allergies, right? Hormones that are just in chaos. You don't know why you're having hot flashes. You can't sleep through the night. Migraines, inability to lose weight. You put on 30, 40 pounds, and no matter what you do, no matter what diet you do, you cannot lose the weight. Or God forbid, you might end up turning up with something like cancer, or heart problems. Here's the one thing that I have learned on this journey. You cannot consume poison and be all right. You can't do it. There's no world where that exists, where you can do make these choices every single day and you're totally okay and you're fine from those decisions. You're not fine. It hits your body. Your body doesn't know what to do with it, and it's either going to store it, or it's going to try to break it down, or it's going to try to get it out of your system if it can, but most of the time it can't. So it's going to build up in the body, and then you start having tons of health issues that you were not having before. Why do you feel so much worse in your 30s, 40s, and 50s than you did in your teens and your 20s? Your teens and your 20s, you haven't had the chance to accumulate all this stuff, right, in your system. But, sorry, I'm on my soapbox right now because my life was literally saved because of switching this stuff out. And your makeup bag is part of the journey. Your personal care products in your shower, it's part of the journey. It's part of the journey. It's all one big bundle. You can't have really good cleaning supplies and switch everything over to Thieves and then put 8 different kinds of toxic makeup on your face every single day. You can't have a really clean makeup bag and then scrub your house down with bleach and all this stuff that says don't breathe it in. It works. It works both ways. So the body doesn't respond well to poison, whether you like it a little or whether you do it a little, whether you do it a lot, it doesn't respond. It's like saying, I'll only dump this acid on my car's new paint job just a few times a week. It's not going to hurt very much. It's still going to eat away your paint, right? And your car. You're eating away your body little by little by little by little. Dolgore says, I hate most foods in airports. I came back from New York last weekend with swollen legs and arms. It's true. You got to search hard. The nice thing is that you can bring food into the airport. You can't bring liquids, but you can bring food. So a lot of times I pack food, and I bring the food with me, even if it's just snacks for the flight, because they will let that through the TSA. So if it sounds overly dramatic, it's because, guys, I really do care about you. I'm thankful that you're on this page. I'm thankful that you're Young Living product users or business builders. I'm grateful that we're on this journey together. You mean a lot to me. Many of you guys have been with me for the 7 years, since I put Game Plan together. This page had 1,800 people on it. Then all of a sudden it had 70,000 people on it. It was crazy. All I know is that I walked the road of poor choices for a very long time. 3 decades long, a very long time. And it almost ended my life. And I swore that I would spend the rest of my life helping people see the correlation between ingredients and good health. Because what you use, and it doesn't matter if you're eating it, if you're putting it on your skin, if you're breathing it in, if you're using it on your hair, what you use matters. All right. It matters. There is a correlation between ingredients and better health. And I believe deeply that you're worth fighting for, no matter how many things might be wrong in your life. And no matter how much of it feels irreversible, I believe that we serve a great big God who can do impossible things. Even if you've got crazy long lists of all these health issues going wrong with you, God can heal things that seem like they're unhealable, but not if we stay where we are. Not if we continue using the stuff that we've been using. And so that's why I wrote this class. It's why I wrote the Savvy class. It's why I wrote the other 24 classes in the script book. I know that the road to going chemical free seems really, really long. Let me just encourage you by saying you don't have to travel the road by the mile. You travel the road by the inch. It's a little piece and a little piece. And so our inch for today is skincare. So let's dig into your makeup bag. I'm not heavy into sporting makeup, but I have found in my 40s that a little foundation and mascara really do go a long way, especially on camera. So I don't have to deal with a lot of the, are you feeling sick today? I'm like, nope, I'm just 43. That's what's going on, right? I forgot my makeup today. So as you get farther and farther into your oils journey, it's not going to just be cleaning products and oils that you make the swap on. The swap is going to extend to your personal care products, and it might be painful, is you have to let some things go that have memories linked to them, like perfumes or a certain brand of foundation or eyeshadow or lipstick, but your health is worth it. All right, your health is worth it. May we all get to a place where we have to bring our own eggs on ski trips. May we all get to that place. So it's time to take a look at the skin class, and I'm going to move kind of quickly through this. Go grab the workbook. It's up on my website, oilabilityteam.com, under shop, or you can go grab it off of Amazon. I want you guys to really take some time with the key points from the class and fill all of this in. All the answers to this are on my website, by the way, if you need to download it and just have them. So how many hairs are in 1 inch of skin? You can literally get a glimpse of somebody's what by looking at their skin, their health, their overall health. The United States has banned blank ingredients in skincare. Europe, how many have they banned? And Young Living, how many have they banned? Health risk experts have concluded that mainstream cosmetics and personal hygiene products pose the highest cancer risk to the general public, even higher than smoking. You have a higher chance of getting cancer from your personal cosmetics than you do from being a chain smoker. What are the 3 main health hazards associated with chemicals? Skin is the organ that gets rid of what? What is the 3 cabinet challenge? Any of you guys that have hung around me for a while know that one. I've used it in many of my books. Name 1 carcinogen that's common in skincare products that shocked you. What's something that you learned about the history of skincare? I love this one. In Russia, they're known for shoulder tapping with birch branches. They whoop you with trees. Just to give you a massage and to, generate heat on the skin. By age what? You should be actively trying to protect your skin. By age 20, guys, that's when your skin starts breaking down. It's not actually wrinkles that make you look old in your 30s, 40s, 50s. It's pigmentation that does most of the appearance of aging. So you want to even out that skin tone, and you want to use Renewal Serum and Sheer LeMay and the Bloom line with the collagen. That's all the stuff that's going to help with that pigmentation. The 7 major signs of aging are: name 1 beauty enemy you struggle with and how can you change it. If your mom aged fast, will you? So I love this class because it's not just a list of all the dangerous ingredients and all the good ingredients you should switch to. We really get them thinking about their health, about their choices, about their genetics, about the things they're holding on to. This is a real deep thinking class. Younger skin regenerates every 15 to 30 days, but older skin takes what? What combats skin damage? What is collagen? Our collagen line is called Bloom. So what are the 3 main Bloom products? What are the 5 skin types? What skin do you believe that you are? List the oils that are best for your skin type. What are the 8 steps to skincare? And then let's talk breakouts. Breakouts on the cheeks mean what? It means you're dehydrated. Breakouts on the chin mean what? Hormones, right? So do the test. What is your skin's biological age? You got to pinch the skin on the back of your wrist and see how long it stands up. How long does it take to see a noticeable change with any skincare line? Makeup. The average woman applies blank chemicals to her body every day, 300. Write 1 thing that's not in the Savvy makeup line and 1 ingredient that you want to avoid in your makeup. Do the foundation test. What color do you think you are? Warm, cool, or dark? Just circle 1 of them. And after reading about Savvy, which 2 products do you want to try first? And which product makes all the others last longer? So I gave you a lot of things to do in this class. Yeah, the renewal serum has faded my age spots. Mine too, Janet. I love that stuff. So action steps. What I did is I went through the whole script and I just pulled out every time I told you to do something, and then I put it in order of difficulty. So this just gives you a quick little checkbox for your action steps to get you switching out your makeup bag. So do the foundation test. Make a list of the order that you want to try Bloomer Art products. Make a list of the order that you want to try Savvy products. Try the 5-minute face. Do Melissa Pepping's 5-minute face. And if you're not aware of what that is, go download the PowerPoint. We'll get that up tomorrow for you guys. And then just go watch it because it'll be in the PowerPoint. Watch Melissa Pepping's Savvy Minerals tutorial videos. She's got a bunch of them that are wonderful on her website. Do something unique and fun with multitasker, like draw your eyebrows in. Write down what you did. Try the Seedlings Diaper Rash Cream with the Savvy Minerals powder that's a shade or two darker than your skin as a bronzer, just to say that you did it. Get the brushes. You will be so thankful that you have bought the brushes. Get the Savvy wipes instead of making your own. You'll never go back once you use the Savvy wipes. They are awesome. Do the longevity challenge for 30 days and then track it. Remember I told you the longevity oil, the vitality oil in capsules with CBD beauty serum on your face. Oh, it's amazing. How can I get the PowerPoints? You're just going to go to oilabilityteam.com. You will click on share and you'll click on the script book. And if you scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see boot camp, and every single PowerPoint is under the classes. I'm behind on a couple of them, but we'll have them up by the end of the week. Okay. So pick another supplement for skin and try it out. Mineral Essence and Sulfurazime are some of my favorite supplements for skin, and so is CBD Beauty Boost. Try a little Essential Beauty Serum, the dry skin serum, on your scalp if it's dry. I actually just put some on the end of my nose today that was a little bit dry. It's amazing. Wear it overnight and then shower the next morning. So let's take a look at a couple of diffuser recipes. And this is interesting, to put together diffuser recipes based on the skincare line. Very, very interesting. Yeah, those brushes are made in Italy. It's an Italian family. So I think half the battle with our skin is that we stress over it. We stress over aging. We stress over fine lines. We stress over spots and marks and acne. And we stress over things that are temporary, and we get anxiety over part of the natural aging process. Stop. You are beautiful exactly the way that God made you. I want you to look in the mirror as soon as we're done with this video. We just got a couple minutes left. That face is beautiful. So stop being self-conscious and put your energy into health and into loving people around you and the gifts and talents that you were given to share with others to make them stronger. So let's do some self-image diffuser blends to remind you that God made no mistakes when he made you. So you guys can screenshot these if you want, if you don't have the book yet. I know who I am. This is a really deep diffuser recipe. I'm starting with a very, very heavy base note oil, 6 drops of sandalwood, and that's the strongest in this blend. 5 drops of ylang-ylang, so we get a nice little floral in there. 2 drops of bergamot, that's your citrus, another big base note here. 1 drop of vetiver, another base note, 1 drop of frankincense, and then 1 drop of myrrh. So we have frankincense and myrrh, a couple of biblical oils. Sandalwood is biblical. And this one will really, if you're having a hard time with your self-image, do me a favor and put this in your diffuser tonight when you go to sleep. And maybe take a couple of those oils and put them on your big toes tonight. I love who I see. 3 drops of sandalwood, that's King David's oil, 2 drops of jasmine, and 3 drops of tangerine. The God Made No Mistakes blend, 6 drops of rose, 4 drops of frankincense, 3 drops of jasmine, 2 drops of sandalwood, and 2 drops of Melissa. The Feeling Good About Me Today blend, so 4 drops of neroli, 3 drops of tangerine, 3 drops of orange, 3 drops of vanilla, 2 drops of cardamom, and 1 drop of cinnamon. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. 6 drops of transformation, 4 drops of Melrose, 3 drops of lime, 3 drops of citrus fresh, and 4 drops of pine. Goodbye negativity. 4 drops of lemon, 4 drops Northern Lights black spruce, 3 drops of peppermint, 3 drops sandalwood, 2 drops clary sage, 2 drops frank, 2 drops white angelica, 1 drop of cardamom, and 1 drop of Palo Santo. So in the script book, I only give you 1 month of loyalty rewards ideas, but in the workbook, I give you 3 months. So here's some things that you can stock up on to really build up your skincare routine, whether it's Bloom, whether it's Art, whether it's Savvy. So the Bloom Cleanser, Lotion, and Essence. If you need a good starting place, just start with that trio. It's phenomenal. Plus, the Mineral Sunscreen Lotion. I actually like the SPF 10 more than the 50, believe it or not. The Art Skincare System and the Renewal Serum. So the skincare system is cleanser, toner, and light moisturizer. I just bought that for my daughter for her birthday. And then the Art Beauty Mask or Wolfberry Eye Cream. And then the Dry Skin Serum and Mineral Essence. That is a really good supplement for your skin. Month 2, CBD Beauty Boost. You know me, I rave over that stuff. Rose Essential Oil, just do it. Just go for it. Makeup Remover Wipes, Sheer Lame. And if you feel bad about adding Rose Essential Oil, that's fine. Then just save up your points and go for it then, right? Longevity Vitality and Seedlings Diaper Rash Cream. And then 250 Rose Ointment and Mira Luminous Cleansing Oil. You can use that diaper rash cream, by the way, to take your eye makeup off if you want. And then 300 PV, those items, plus you've got the Essential Brush Set, Hydrating Primer or Mattifying Primer, the mascara. The primer is just if you want a thicker layer of foundation on your face because the liquid foundation is pretty light. But the primer is like legit. Savvy Minerals Mascara or Volumizing Mascara. Choose a Savvy Minerals Liquid Foundation. Choose a Savvy Minerals Powder Foundation. Pick one of the bronzers out, or you can choose a combination of lipsticks, blushes, eyeshadows, multitaskers, or eyeliners. And you can't miss out on trying the Veil Diamond Dust, which is the mineral setting powder by Savvy Minerals. So if you noticed, I started with your skincare first and then went into the makeup. That's the order that I would get things. Oh, you're right, Helen. You can't get rose with points. Yeah, you're right on that. All right, so checklist of products mentioned in the class. You got Bloom, the Cleanser Essence Brightening Lotion. The reason I put this list in is so you can tell your team what you're going to train on so they can get it on their loyalty rewards before you teach class. Art, which is cleanser, toner, moisturizer, sheer lame, serum, and beauty masks. Creams, which would be your Boswellia Wrinkle Cream, Sandalwood Moisture Cream, Wolfberry Eye Cream. Ointments and serums. See how I categorized them all for you. CBD Beauty Boost, Essential Beauty Serum, that's your dry skin serum. Rose Ointment and Seedlings Diaper Rash Cream, the most amazing eye makeup remover. Supplements, Ningxia, Nitro, ICP, Comfort Tone, Essential Zyme 4, Omega Guys, Mineral Essence, Life 9, Sulfurizyme, Pure Protein Complete, Master Formula, and Nitro. Savvy Minerals Makeup Line, you got Makeup Remover Wipes, Essential Brush Set, Full Coverage Foundation Brush, Blush, so I do believe you're blushing, Smashing and Passionate, Bronzer, so there's Crowned All Over, Summer Loved, Mineral Veil, Eyeshadow, the Eyeshadow Palette, Multitasker, Mascara, either volumizing or lengthening, and if I'm going to go somewhere like a wedding, I wear them both. Lip Gloss, Lipstick, and Misting Spray. And essential oils, we got rose, ylang ylang, vetiver, blue cypress, divana, sandalwood, clove, carrot seed, jasmine, spearmint, geranium, frankincense, Roman cam, sandalwood, myrrh, palmarosa, hong quai, lavender, sacred frank, copaiba, rosemary, sensation, juniper, lemon, melaleuca, melrose, peppermint, melissa, patchouli, stress away, longevity, manuka, and tea tree. So all of those are really, really good skin oils. So you can pick a couple of those and, maybe try one and put it in your Art Gentle cleanser and use it until your cleanser's gone. And then the next time, pick a different skin oil. Maybe pick one that you really like the smell of, and put that in. Marie says your classes are the best. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bertha says you can pay for the rose on your monthly order and then get whatever else you need and pay with that with the loyalty rewards points. You're right. Bertha, you're so right. So here's a quick little bonus training that's not included in the script book. And these are my favorite sections in the workbook. I love them. We have done a lot of work on the mind game of how we view ourselves, but let's face it, sometimes there's that extra little wiggle jiggle that just needs to go. So here's a couple of tidbits on the jiggle wiggle. Extra punch is really slow to dissolve, so you need to target it for a month or more. It works best if you're also doing weight training, a weight loss program that gets your body in fat burning mode, and drinking 1.5 times your body weight in water every day. Because whatever diet you're doing, if you're not drinking enough water, it's just going to get, all that fat's going to get reabsorbed back into the body. So you've got to keep your water intake high anytime you're doing a detox or dieting. You may start to see results 4 to 6 weeks after you begin. Toxins and petrochemicals tend to accumulate in fatty tissue. So here's some oils, in addition to weight training and a weight loss program and drinking water, that have scientific value purging things from the body. If you know what I'm talking about fat here, guys, cellulite. So ledum is good for purging things topically, right? Tangerine, grapefruit in capsules, vitality. They tend to go after the size of the cell. Cypress enhances circulation and it moves fatty deposits off the body. Lemongrass and spearmint are a great support system for the human metabolism. So rub those oils generously over the areas that you're working on. Maybe it's your hips, maybe it's your tummy. You need to do it for at least 6 to 8 weeks before you're going to see changes. The best way to use these is 3 times daily, and especially right before exercising, because you're going to detox while you're exercising. So make sure you measure yourself too before you do it. So here's a DIY craft for the class, Thunder Oil. I know it, right? DIY craft that you might not know. These are some oils that are great for your skin. So you can add these to the recipe below if you like. Australian Auricufolia and Manuka are really good for the skin. So here's a little DIY face serum. And this one I did a little different than the other DIYs in the book. You guys can screenshot this if you want. This is a face serum based on your skin type. So do you have normal skin, dry skin, uneven, sensitive, oily, or mature? We made a whole graphic. I'm actually going to have my graphic designer put this graphic up on my website so you guys can grab it and use it for your teams. So these are the best carrier oils based on your skin. These are the best essential oils based on your skin type. So we actually did a ton of research through aromatherapy guides to try to look all of this up for you guys. So if you have dry skin, avocado carrier or rosehip or sunflower are actually your best carrier oils. Your best essential oils for dry skin are myrrh, rose, ylang-ylang, cedarwood, and jasmine. Thank you for the compliments on the graphics. I would love to take credit for this, but I have a very gifted team of women that work with me. I cannot make a graphic to save my life. I just give them the research on it and they make it look pretty. So if you got uneven skin, the best carrier oil for your skin, maybe you're using the wrong carrier and that's why you're not seeing good results, right? Would be sesame, argan, or evening primrose. And then these are the essential oils. You guys know, like every single time we get another loyalty rewards promo, I swear at least one of our promos, they say, great for skin, right? So you go use it and maybe you don't see any results. Well, you may not be seeing the results because you have a specific skin type and there are actually essential oils that are good by skin type. They're better for certain skin types. So so use some of these oils depending on what your skin type is. So a DIY face serum means you just put the carrier in, you put the essential oils in, voila, you got your own serum. Or if you don't want to use the carrier, you can just add some of these oils to any of the skincare products that you're using. Okay. So this I had a lot of fun with. I really, really had fun. Steam facial DIY. You can do a steam facial with your team when you guys are at events. So whenever you add a little heat to your skin, it opens your pores and it lets all the good stuff in. So this little facial is special because you're combining with facial tabs, which are like little bath bombs for your face, and they feature face oil. So just as we made the bath bomb recipe, you just gather the following. 1 cup of baking soda, 1/2 cup of citric acid, 7 drops of lavender essential oil, 4 drops of German chamomile essential oil, 7 drops of geranium essential oil, 4 drops of elemi essential oil, 4 drops of frankincense essential oil, 2 to 3 tablespoons of witch hazel, but make sure it's got no alcohol in it or dry your face out, a small silicone mold of any shape, but at least 1 inch across for each mold, a pot of boiling water, and then fresh rose petals, lavender sprigs, or rosemary from your garden or a local farm. So you're going to put the baking soda, citric acid, witch hazel, and oils in a bowl and mix it really well. It should have the texture of sand. You press it into the mold and you let it sit for 2 to 3 days. Then when you're ready, you boil a pot of water and you pour it into a glass or metal bowl and you sprinkle some rose petals or lavender or rosemary into the water and you drop one of these face bombs into the water. Then you're going to put a towel over your head and you lean over the bowl, maybe 5 to 10 inches from the water. Don't get too close because you don't want to burn your skin. And do 5 2-minute sessions with a 1-minute break in between each, or as long as you're able to go. Then keep the bowl covered between sessions so you keep the heat in. Afterwards, you're going to splash your face with cool water to tighten your pores, and then moisturize with Art Moisturizer and CBD Beauty Boost after. A steam facial. How cool is that? So I want you guys to do that this weekend. And then post some pictures, and I'll give away a big set of books this weekend for those of you guys that are doing steam facials on yourself. So here's some affirmations for the class, and we're going to end with this. I am beautiful. I am blessed with natural beauty. My body is fit and toned and in shape. I have beautiful eyes that shine. I'm grateful for my skin. I'm grateful. My skin is clear. I'm happy and content with myself. The more positive I am, the more beautiful I become. I enjoy life and I've got a sense of inner peace. I am vibrant, right? I'm vibrant. So just speak those things over yourself, even if you're not feeling them. Then journaling. This is just something that I give to my people that need to write stuff down to process through it. Sheila says steam facials are awesome. I love to do that when I have sinus issues. So which oils did you use this day, week, or month? What results did you see? Is there an oil story you want to remember? Did you help somebody this week, and what did you do? Did you see a new idea with oils on social media that you want to try? What hit you from the class? What do you want to learn more about? And what are your current oils bowls? Was that a pun? Steam facial. How cool is that? Yeah. So for those of my people playing Oily Hangman, we're halfway through the Oily Hangman game now. And you're just going to collect the letters from each of the workbook pages. And there's a sentence at the end of the book, and you fill it in. Do not tell everybody what it is because it's a secret. But our letter for box 13 is O. So you're going to put O inside there. And then when I finish all 25 classes, I'm going to unlock a class from the next script book. There's going to be another Game Plan Oil script book. So I'm writing a Candida class right now. I'm writing a frequency class right now, and a whole bunch of other classes in that script book. It's going to be a little smaller than this one because I want to be able to punch it out a little quicker for you guys. But yeah, you don't want to miss that. Hi, Randy. It's good to see you, my friend. Jessica says, I did a thieves class and I have 4 new potentials thanks to you. No, girl, I don't take any credit for that. If you're out there teaching classes, that's your hard work. That's your hard work. Jennifer says, shut the door. Yeah, I'm serious. There's another script book coming. So first I got to get the Audible recorded for this one. I've been kind of enjoying my summer, but I'm going to get that done. All right. Everybody's all excited about it. So when you do the Oily Hangman game, you're actually going to unlock the Candida class early. And I will be emailing that to people that email me and tell me they figured it out, but I'm not going to do it until we have all 25 classes taught. Okay. All right, so follow up. This is just for our brand partners. Which classes have you taught the people around you? What class do they want next? Have they gotten a script book mini? Have they been given Fearless, the game plan mini, the business opportunity? What are names of people that you want to invite? And how many times have you invited them? And that dumps us right here, which is the most popular class in this book. I don't know why, but everybody's super excited about this one. And that is the hair class, frequencies. Yes. Oh yeah. Do you guys know which classes? So if you want to know which classes are going to be in the next one, it's actually in the back of the script book. It's the last page. I'll tell you right now because you guys are all excited about it. So these are going to be in a couple books, not just the next one, but a simple breakdown of seed to seal. So what exactly does that mean by the numbers? VitaFlex, the whole class on how to VitaFlex somebody correctly. How to read a Zyto report, vibrational raindrop, advanced emotional release, advanced oils of the Bible, frequency of essential oils, remembering Gary part 2, 10 savvy makeup application tips. So one of the things I learned from a makeup artist in LA is that you actually have to start your mascara at the right where your eyelash touches your eyelid, and you kind of wiggle it back and forth, left and right, go all the way to the end of the eyelash, and you get tons more mascara on your eyelashes. A Young Living roll-on class, the fitness class, whole class just on fitness, the story of frankincense. How do we get frankincense? And it reads like a novel. It's so cool. Sulfurizyme, the Golden Touch Kit, Reconnect, the culinary class, so Vitality Oils 101, fermenting with essential oils, so Ningxia Kombucha and Ningxia Water Kefir. Excited about that. The claims class, so a close look at Young Living's OTC medications. Beauty school, cleansing the colon class, the liver class, whole class just on how to take care of your liver. Probiotics 101, protecting yourself in a digital age. So a whole class on blue light and, damage to your eyes and your brain from looking at cell phones all day long. The teen class, whole class for teenagers. Oils in the labor and delivery room. Vanilla goodness, so 20 different roll-on recipes. Saving the wisdom of the first diamonds, Gary Young's story. And then the Harnish dinner table, so recipes for 7 dinners that nourish your family's gut, the bone broth class, tips on sourcing your food, and 12 protocols for an entire year of challenges for your team, including the 7th Heaven Challenge and the Petrochemical Cleanse. So all of this stuff is going to be in a second script book and likely a third script book, and then we'll see where we go from there. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for popping on. Please join me Tuesday. Of all the classes in this book, 2 of them I get tons of requests for. Actually 3. The Gary Young class, the blending class, which is coming up in a couple of weeks, and the hair class. And the hair class is going to be on Tuesday. Most people have not been taught how to take care of their hair. So I'm really excited. Beth says, I've been giving the mini away like crazy. Romero says, I now feel totally ready for my Saturday Savvy class. I never would have been without you. Thank you, friend. I can cast you on my TV and the blue light went away. That's awesome. You have vanilla class. I'm excited. Loved your cauliflower rice meal. You made it, Jessica. That's awesome. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I did my giveaways at the beginning of this class, so you can go and check those out. And I will catch you guys on Tuesday. I'm going to put a challenge up for those of you guys that do a steam facial this week, and I'll give away a 4-book set this weekend for somebody who does a steam facial. I want to see your pictures. All right. So go do one and then put some pictures up. All right. You guys have an amazing weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday for the hair class. Thank you for popping on with me tonight. Bye.